Hello, everyone. I hope you have had a wonderful week. As for me, I think mine was really good and wonderful because I've seen that most of you have done their work and you have taken your time to read and write your responses as well as responding to your peers. I think by Sunday I should be done with rating all the discussions that you've been doing and putting your grades in. On Sunday, I think by 11:59 Sunday, I should be done. The main reason for making this little video is that I wanted to show some of you where to find the guidelines for our philosophy statement and also the rubric that you are going to use. This rubric that you see here for our technology philosophy statement, which I'll open later, it has been there before last in the previous week. I don't know if you also managed to see that as you were reading about our first assessment. I also indicated to you the guidelines, and then within this work, I also had the philosophy rubric. So some have questions about that. So the guidelines, again, as you were reading the instructions for a discussion about philosophy, what is a philosophy? I also indicated that the guidelines can be found here. So here, let's go to the guidelines. So these are the guidelines that we have. I say that it can take any form, the entry, in terms of how you are going to present your philosophy. Either you can do a concept map inspiration, or a digital poster, or a two to three page paper, or a presentation with animation video. It doesn't mean that you have to do all of this, you just have to do one. In the past, I've seen that people have written 3 pages or 5 pages because uh, they have they found it difficult to actually write or to present using animation video because at the end you notice that you are supposed to revise your philosophy by the end of the semester because it has to change as we are learning. You have to keep on adding. So because they didn't know how to go back and edit their videos and all the stuff, they decided to do a paper. So I would say do what you feel is the best for you and to be able to keep on adding information until the end of the semester. Anyway, I'll get the first next week, the first philosophy statement next week that I'll give feedback to you. And then I expect that by the end of the semester, when you submit your portfolio, you would have shown your growth, like added something to your portfolio, to your philosophy statement. Um, Someone had a question about the word pedagogy because I have given you some guiding questions as you are thinking, and these guiding questions will also help you to meet what is on the rubric. So the word pedagogy basically means your teaching methods. Anything that falls under the strategies that you use in the class in your teaching or your methods falls under the term pedagogy. A good example is that I believe in collaboration a lot. I believe that people can create knowledge through collaboration. And collaboration falls under constructivism. It's another tenet of constructivism, where students can collaborate to make their own knowledge. And we have theorists like Vygotsky who believe that people learn through collaborating. They can create knowledge individually or with help with other adults or peers. So I believe in that. I don't know if you remember about the zones of proximal development that Vygotsky is known for, because that theory of the zones of proximal development means the difference between what a student can do or a child can do on his own and with help. So that gap, which needs collaboration with another person, is what is called the zones of proximal development, which is not something that I don't know if all of you have studied it before in other classes, or else because you're just coming straight from other 200 level classes, and this is your first class, you might not know about that. This class is just this theory that we are talking about is an overview of the theories that you should have learned in other classes. So now that we know that collaboration is part of our methods or part of the strategies that we are going to use in the class, and we know that it falls under pedagogy, what we are asking is that what is the relationship between pedagogy and the technology, or how does pedagogy influence your technology? So here is how it will influence mine. Because I believe in collaboration, I also look for tools that allow my students to collaborate in the classroom. That's how the relationship or how the two relate. So for instance, what are some of the tools that I would select for collaboration in my classroom? I can select Mind42, which is an online collaborative tool, either for brainstorming, as they are brainstorming their ideas, they can collaborate at the same time in different places, but online. And there are so many tools that we'll be learning about as we are going. But this time, at this moment, I just wanted you to know the meaning of the word pedagogy, your methods. How do they affect the way that you select technology in the classroom? And what is the relationship between the two? So going back to our rubric, I'm just going to click here. It takes us to our rubric. On the rubric, what I'm interested in seeing in your philosophy is why should we use technology in teaching? How does technology relate to pedagogy? I've already explained that. How will you determine the appropriate use of technology in teaching? What learning theories support your technology philosophy? And then you're supposed to do some in-text citation within your paragraphs as we were discussing. It's interesting that we have been talking about theories and how they influence the way that we select technology in the classroom. But we need also to make our philosophy statement strong by citing it, making citations that back up what we are saying. And they should be all in APA. And then we have a reference list, which is in APA. I'm going to upload what I call a cheat sheet, APA cheat sheet, which is just a quick guide of checking to see if your references are in order and if they are done correctly according to APA. However, if you have really questions about it, if you are citing well in the text, in text, please just email me. Any confusion that we might have with the citations, let me know. There's somebody who asked me about how many references do I need as a maximum or a minimum. And then I replied to the student, that is a good question though. I replied and said, you know what? For a good paper, I should have at least 3 references. And then for maximum, those who are looking for a maximum to me on such kind of a paper is like 5 references. However, I'm not limiting those people who have other things that they have read that they want to cite, which are important to them. I would say sorry, keep on adding the references. That's okay. But if I were to say what would you are struggling and you don't know how to cite and you just need to focus on the number, I'll say 3 to 5 will be good. Please let me know if you have any other questions about the assignment, and I'll be responding to you in email. I just wanted to make sure that I make this quick video so that everybody sees where the rubrics are. I'll be expecting to receive all my papers next week on the 28th, and these papers will be revised at the end of the semester as you submit your final portfolio. Thank you so much. I hope you are going to enjoy your class. So far, I'm enjoying and seeing that most of you are hardworking. Um, I have a closing video to close the week, which I will be posting by Sunday, kind of like giving us in my general overview of what I have read by Sunday. And you try to read that, try to listen to the video to just kind of see what I think was important in the chapters and just to close the discussion. So watch out for that video again. Thank you so much. May you have a good weekend. But remember to watch my video on Sunday, a closing video for the week. Thank you. Bye.